Shalom.
Shalom.
I'd like to give all praise, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, and Kakadashi.
double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to Yahakim, pushing his word in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, we the Hebrew Israelites, as you know, we come in, week out, to prophesy, the downfall of Babylon the Great, which is AKA America, and also to let you so-called black, Latinos, and Native Americans know that you are the nation of Israel, the true nation of Israel. All right, and we are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. So if this understanding of the scripture resonates with you and you're of another nation, then you may very well be a nation of Israel.
That's right.
All right. And one of our objectives here is to let also the heathens know that they are the heathen, and also the sons of the wicked, which is the so-called white man, Esau Edom, that is the cancer of the earth.
Yeah.
All right. And we can always get Job 9:24, because that's the epitome of what's going on today, ever since what? The Renaissance period.
Right.
You had this damn devil that has been constantly putting wickedness upon the earth, and now what have you started seeing? The earth is not flourishing, the earth is dying.
Oh. Quick precept going to what the priest is saying. Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 4. Then the word of Yahweh, the Lord, came unto me, saying, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations.
That's right. Hey, that was foreordained, so that's basically predestined. So when we came out the womb, we were predestined. Just like when you go into Genesis 25, what was happening? Jacob was predestined to be, like you say, of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, that covenant, right? And who was predestined to be the wicked? Esau Edom, and the brothers was going into it.
Verse 6, then said I, Lord Yahweh, behold, I cannot speak, for I am a child. Verse 7, but Yahweh said unto me, say not, I am a child, for thou shalt go to all that I shall send thee, and whatsoever I command thee, thou shalt speak.
Hey, and quick, that's what letting you know, the Lord, he, like I say, many are called and few are chosen. All right, and it don't matter what time when the Lord called you. You could be a young man, an old man. The Lord called you, he's going to make you do his work.
That's
Look
right.
at the time of Jonah. Jonah, he tried to run away from his duties.
Yeah.
Okay, and what was his duty? To go to Nineveh and call and tell them basically they were going off to repent or they were going to be destroyed. And he was like, hey, call them and repent. We don't care, do it, destroy them. And the Lord did what? He put him in that great fish, all right, made him repent for trying to run away from his duties. And then he went and did what he had to do. He did his due diligence, right? That's why he told Jeremiah.
Just look at us, man. The Lord woke every brother up here, man, up at a certain point in time in their life, man, when it was appointed unto them to hear and receive the truth, man, and get out here and do this work, man. That's why the scriptures say the man's going of the Lord, man.
That's right.
It's not of ourselves. Our lives was already planned out, man. Like the brother read, before we even came out the womb, man. Before we took that foolish breath, the Lord said, well, I'm gonna bring him up, go through all this, you know what I'm saying? Then when he reached this age, he gonna hear the truth and receive it, man. And he gonna get out here and do this work, man.
Right.
Real quick, just to land back off that priest, that validates that validates reincarnation, like the priest is going into, man. Because the Lord said he deigned us a prophet unto the nations, man. What he tell Daniel? What he tell the John the Revelator? Go thou and stand down thy light. And you're gonna prophesy again in the end days, man.
That's right.
You're gonna be standing in your light. The spirit of the prophets is subject unto the prophets, man.
That's right.
So we're back in our lot, doing what we're commanded to do, man. Proverbs.
I got a precept. I'll get it. I got it. Okay, good. So, this is the book of Joshua, chapter 1 and verse 7. And it says, only be thou strong and very courageous, that thou mayest observe to do according to all the law which Moses my servant commanded thee.
That's right.
Turn not from it to be right. It says, turn not from it to the right hand or to the left.
Yep. And the thing is, when our people read the scriptures, they don't have an identity to pair it up. They don't think that this is their ancestors. They just think it's just an ambiguous group of people that nobody knows who they are, or they might think that it's the forefathers of the so-called Jews over there in the land of Israel right now, so they can't relate to it. But when you understand that this is talking about your people, then that's letting you know the mindset that we should have, man. Okay? Is that the end of the verse?
No. Continuing on, this is that thou mayest prosper whithersoever thou goest.
Right, so it says be strong and of good courage, that, rough paraphrasing, that you may prosper wherever you go, because you don't want to be faint-hearted, you know, when you're going out in the world. You know, this life of ours, it requires faith, man. You know?
That's right.
Even just the small, tiny things, you know, damn, how am I going to be able to afford rent this month, or you know, hopefully, you know, I can keep my job, whatever the case may be. Pray to the Lord, you know what I mean, and it's gonna be handled. James, the first chapter, talks about that.
That's right.
Psalms 2 and 10 talks about that. Ask me, and I will give you the healing for thy inheritance. Everything that we ask.
Proverbs chapter 20, verse 24. Man's goings are of the Lord, Yahweh. How can a man then understand his own way?
Yeah, so how you gonna understand your own way? And the man, you know, when you think you're making certain decisions, you know, as it says in Job, the Lord is working your mind upon the bed while you're in deep slumber, deep sleep. So when you get up and you perform your daily actions, however you provide your actions throughout that day, that was throughout because of the Lord. You know, even if you did, you know, something that's righteous, that's of the Lord. Even if you did something wicked, all right. If it's even in the city, that's the Lord has done it. You know, roughly paraphrasing.
That's right.
So you know, it's high time to wake up out of sleep, as it says in Ephesians 5. That it's time to realize that the Lord is all omnipotent. He's controlling the right hand side and the left hand side.
Hey, that's beautiful. Precepts of land back, man. Like you said, that was what I was gonna allude to, man. What's that? Proverbs. What's that? In the book of Proverbs, we talk about the king's hand is in the heart of the Lord, Yahweh, man.
That's right.
So you at least, like the priest said, the left hand and the right hand belongs to the Almighty, man.
That's right.
This is all everything happening right now is walking to the tune of the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai's prophecy, man.
That's right.
If I can land back to our brother, man, the end is already written. So meaning your life is already planned out. So that shows you that you ain't got no free will, man.
That's right.
That's right.
Your life is already planned out, man. You know, everything that you're gonna do is already planned out, showing you ain't got no free will, man. You know, the Heavenly Father is already in control. He's already written it out, man. You know.
Hey, that's why we say it's all in the. You know, it's already planned out. That's why we already see it. We already see it. Let's get this one.
This is Jeremiah 28:8. It says, the prophet that have been before me and before thee, prophesy both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. Yeah, man, 'cause like the brother said, man, we've been ordained to be prophets, man. And the true prophets are always against these great kingdoms, man.
That's right.
Why? Because they wicked, man. You know, our people don't know what a true prophet is, man. They think a prophet is somebody that's talking about prosperity and everything. You're going to get a BMW and you're going to get a house and everything else, man, when it's not. Okay? What's going a prophet, hey, always have been, hey, the prophet's going to be against Babylon, man. It was written.
Right.
That's how you know a prophet, man.
Right.
You know?
Why you think they took the deaths they took, man? Look up the deaths, man. They ain't go out like no choir soy boys, man.
Right.
No, they was real stand-up men, man. Look at their deaths, man. Beheaded, slain, cutting asunder, man. You see? And why do you think that? Because the message they had was a raw, true skinny, man. It wasn't no message of love and prosperity and peace, man. You see?
If you look at the apostles and the disciples and everything, who survived was John the Revelator. And look what they tried to do to kill him. It was saying that they boiled him in oil and all different type of things. That the king couldn't figure out. So what did he do? He sent him on the island of Patmos. And that was through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. You know, because the Most High Yahweh, what did he do? He set him up to go over there and do what? Reveal, right? Revelation.
Right.
You know? Yeah, something else.
It's Ephesians 1:11, in whom also we have obtained an inheritance, being predestinated according to the purpose of him who worketh all things after the counsel of his own will.
That's right. Hey.
Man, own will, bro. His own will, predestined all the way from the beginning. It was written from the beginning, bro.
That's right.
How everything was gonna go, man. You know?
Even though we all priests. You know, we get 1 Peter 2. It's 1 Peter 2 or 3. We're going into because like you said, even we're out here, this was being done during the time of what? Yahweh Shai.
Right.
You know, they was out here prophesying. They was going out on the highways and byways. All right, this isn't anything new. It may be new to some of these jakes out here that don't got that understanding to the 2/3 and these other nations, the other heathen nations. But this was something that we're basically history repeating itself. All right. This is the time where the second covenant is going to be at hand. You know, so the priests are coming up to let you know that this new covenant is being created. The Lord said He's going to build a place for us. All right, and when He returns, He's going to establish the kingdom of heaven upon earth.
1 Peter chapter 2, verse 5. Ye also as lively stones are built up a spiritual house and holy priesthood to offer up spiritual sacrifice acceptable to the Most High by Yahushua Mashiach.
Hey, and this is what we're doing right here, okay? We're offering up spiritual sacrifices on the highways and byways, telling our people to repent, all right? Telling our people to turn to the ways of the wiles of the devil, which is Esau Edom, the son of perdition, all right? The seed of, the spawn of Satan, okay? Where it tells you in, what is that? 2 Thessalonians?
1:6.
Gun.
Working the same.
Oh.
Yeah, because he's who's coming after him. He who's coming is coming after the workings of Satan.
2:8.
This is something that, you know, that has been done before. You got to think Esau came and doing what? The Renaissance, and he came and did what? He came in after the so-called black man was brought down. All right, but the Lord brought us low for them to have their little season. All right, that's why in Job 9:24 say the earth will give to the hands of the wicked, and He covers the faces of the judges thereof. When you cover and become, when you basically take over, or you siege, and you become a ruler of something, you put everything in your likeness of your image. You can go in the first Maccabees 3 around the 48th verse, and it goes into how Esau changed his image. You know, changed the likeness of the Most High and Yahushua into his image, which is a lie.
This is Thessalonians.
Yeah, bring it up.
All right, this is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, and in verse 3 it says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
Hey, we had a falling away, and when we fell away, Esau stepped in like a damn snail.
Right.
You know, when a snail leaves his shell, what happens? Another one come in and take over like it's always was there. All right, and I'm sorry, bro, did you finish your?
Okay.
Did you come? Hey, and that's what he do. And who is that? The son of perdition. Can we get what perdition in the blue letter?
Yep.
Can you read that?
God. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
All right, that man of sin is being revealed by what? By his politics, okay? About how he carries society, okay? And when you have someone that basically sells pork in every place you try to go buy some breakfast at, that might be the son of perdition.
Man.
All right? He's looking to bring forth your destruction. You got that?
No. That word, Strong's G684, apolia, it says destroying, utter destruction.
Destroying and destruction, all right? So the destroying and destruction, when you have plastic that's the size of Rhode Island in the oceans and the seas, what is that? That is a sign of destruction, okay? He's the harbinger of death as it goes into Revelation 6, all right? He's that pale horse. He wherever he goes is like a stench. Wherever he goes is like Pepe Le Pew. That smell, that death is his smell. You know, it follows, all right?
Revelation 11 and 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth.
That's right. Destroy them that destroy the earth. And what are we waiting for? Our reward. All right? You know, you can go out here and be partying and doing all that, but we want to be right here. Okay? We want to be putting our treasures up in heaven, so when the time of the end comes for Esau, we will basically be receiving our reward. When
That's
that
right.
fervor and heat, as it says in Peter, come down on Babylon the Great, aka America, we want to be delivered up. All right? We ask and pray to the Lord that we be delivered from the times that's coming. The day of the Lord is at hand. And the day of the Lord is going to be darkness and not light. And he's coming to bring back rulership and put recompense on the devil that basically is destroying the earth.
You still want this or what?
Yeah. Great.
All right, back in 2 Thessalonians 2 and verse 4, who opposed and exalted himself above all that is called God or that is worship, so that he, as God, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God.
He's showing himself that he is God. Okay, so he's doing what? He's trying to sit in the high places. He's in the high mountains, which is his government. And somebody posted in the chat, I think it was the elder, he showing how they had a church with some saying that what did it say? Jesus don't save, but
Oh yeah, he ain't. The blood of Jesus ain't gonna save you from.
yeah, the blood of Jesus
COVID.
will not save you from COVID.
And then, if I can say this, then that conference of those Jake pastors talking about how can they get the young Jake back in the church? How can they get him back to Christ?
Yeah.
Nah, bro. Nah. You can cancel that shit. No, thank you, bro.
Yeah,
Y'all brothers see that?
that's all.
Okay, I'll share it with some brothers and some brothers pass it out. Bro, the church know, bro. Satan, Shaitan know, bro. You know, through the spirit they know their time is up, bro.
So they say
Hey,
ego.
Hey, even on the video, bro, he was like, we know that what the Hebrew Israelites are saying are false, but we can't combat it. Well, how is it false then? You know?
But I gotta come sit in the church every Sunday with y'all.
It don't matter.
They didn't bring out one scripture.
Not ever in my life.
Yeah,
The Lord says,
The Lord says,
Yeah,
you
want their precept right here?
no matter.
Go back to this.
yeah.
I'll read verse 4. Back in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 4, who opposed and exalted himself above all that is called God or that is worship, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God.
You know what? That's why these churches, these pork chop preachers that's in the pulpits, they don't bring Obadiah out because that's gonna go to Obadiah when you think about that. He's setting himself high as the eagle, okay? And what is the symbol of the eagle? What empires had the symbol of the eagle? You had Rome, all right? You have America. All these are symbolizations of the damn devil that he like to say, okay, I want to sit high as everything else because the eagle flies higher than any other bird on earth. And now you start to see certain pictures where is a resemblance of certain. I saw a blackbird actually higher than the eagle, riding right above him. So that's just like a symbol showing that Esau is going to be brought down.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah, who is this talking about, bro? This is giving a description or a characteristic of a people, man, or a certain man, you know? And who is that, man? By process of elimination, man. Like, come on. Quit, man. Who point out the elephant in the room, man? The so-called white man. Right. Okay? Because look at his philosophies, the Big Bang Theory, everything is posing and exalting himself above the Most High. You know? It says, verse 5, remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, and now ye know what withholdeth that he might be revealed in his time.
That's right. And then what is this? Ain't this is the fullness of time? This is where we at right now. We at that 12th part.
That's right.
10 parts have faded away now. The 12th part is at hand. All right. So now this devil is being revealed. All right. The devil is being revealed, showing, and who was that? Trump really showed that when they had that meeting with all the presidents and the leaders, and he was walking through, bumping, moving everybody out the way. You know, he's letting you know that hell, we on top. You know.
But look at Sleepy Joe.
Yeah.
They kicked his ass to the side, and nigga was standing by himself like an awkward child in the kindergarten.
Hey.
Falling asleep in the beach.
Yeah, they have picked now they got a leader here in what they call it, the free world, aka America, aka Babylon the Great, of a leader that got dementia. You know, he got dementia.
Put the old folks on.
Yeah. So that's let's let you know how far Esau Edom has fallen, because he rules America, and actually he runs the whole world. No other empire has covered as much ground as America, as far as territories, you know what I'm saying, and different treaties and things. And what do? They bring forth their treaties to other countries and say, we're going to take care of this ruler that you have, which is a dictator, and we're going to bring them down, and we're going to get y'all some rebels, we're going to get y'all some guns and stuff, we're going to control the skies, because that's what he did in Syria. he controlled the skies. That's it. Libya.
Libya.
And what did he do when he controlled the skies? You can't fly, so we're gonna make it equal to fight against your own military. I mean, your own government, and we're gonna help you win. But when you win, we're gonna basically come and show you how to live. We're gonna bring in democracy
We're
for
gonna
you.
hold on.
And every country you see that happens, just look at it 10, 20 years later. It's worse than when they America came in.
That's right.
John Kerry said that he talked about how pretty much how the U.S. is the ideal way of morale, like calling everybody up. Nah, bro, y'all don't. Nah. If any morale, nah.
No.
That's really absent from Esau, man.
So don't got no more.
Yeah, alluding to what? Hebrews 12. Okay. There's no repentance for E. He's outside the church, man.
That's right.
Hey, well, what Esau really doing with these elites is that these elites they showing pretty much showing forth that they're done with America.
Yeah, that's right.
So when they put JB in office, it's pretty much like a mockery. This is what the people asked for. You know what I'm saying? So you got somebody in office that don't know what the hell going on. The whole country is just, the whole country's finished, but it's the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shah, because with this being said, with Esau trying to rise out the ashes, like the phoenix coming out the ashes, whatever the case may be, the wisdom of team is going to fail, because through their NWO system, the Lord is going to disrupt all that. That's ultimately what they're trying to do, is fulfill their NWO agenda, lock down society. Pretty much, it's a psycho-bio war going on. You know, it's not really no thing going on. You know, the Omicron. All this is really just a psychological warfare in your mind that make you fear. So that they can completely restrain you and box you in to make you rely upon them. But through that happening, the Lord is going to intervene. He's going to shut down that. That's Job 20. In the fullness of their sufficiency, they're going to be in straits, man.
That's right.
You know? You got it, man.
Job chapter 5, verse 12. I'm reading the KJV and NOT. He disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. In the NLT, it says he frustrates the plans of schemers so their work of their hands will not succeed. What's their enterprise? The New World Order, man. When you look into their word devices, it's plans, imaginations, thoughts. The intentions of the elites is to bring forth your New World Order and set up yourself as God on the planet, 2 Thessalonians 2. Right. But the Most High is going to disappoint that, man. Verse 13, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the froward is carried headlong. And then in NLT it says, he traps the wise in their own cleverness, so their cunning schemes are thwarted. Hey, so the Lord is going to smack down this fucking New World Order, man. You know?
That's why he's setting all these snares. That fear factor that the priest went into. This fear factor where every time you cut on the TV or on the news, you're hearing like everything about the numbers of the people that died, they're not being juiced, or the number of the people that's being juiced. Then and you'll be 96% safe from this, you know, from the pandemic.
Right.
You know,
We got a new one.
Yeah, got a new one. Got a new one. Here's another one.
Yeah, man. Hey, and then you look into the word, you rearrange the letters, they're mocking you, they're calling you morons, man.
Right.
They're calling you sheep. Look at these dumb sheep, cattle, goyim. You see? They're mocking the people, man.
Because he set up stumbling block. Esau, he do a lot of things to test. That's why when you see things in America thinking, it's not gonna come here where they're gonna make it mandatory, they're gonna force the juice on you, but yet they testing in other countries. Look what they're doing over in Austria. Look what they're doing in Australia. You know, in Europe, they're making these things more. They're making the people that resisted from this juice. They're making it more difficult for their ways of living.
Yeah.
You know, they basically penalizing them, charging them, getting them, penalizing them. They gotta pay some or may take some from their checks. You know, you're setting up this person to die if they don't take the juice themselves. You can't provide for your family. You can't do this, and all that is coming. He's gonna get to a point, like you say, it's just setting up. Overall, it's setting up for what? The MOTB. That's all it's setting up for. This devil is like it just went into. He's cunning. Okay, he make you think, oh, we need this. He making you think you need him.
That hunter.
That hunter. You know, and once you think you need him, and you basically say what you accept his way of living, then you bring death upon you. Because what is our sin? You know, transgression of the law. That's in what, John 3, around the 4th verse. So he is basically trying to do the ways and get you away from Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Psalms 83, it says, let's cut them off from being a nation. How do you cut them off from being a nation? Remove them from our power. Yahweh is the Father, and Yahweh Shai is the Son. And it can't get to the Father but through the Son now because of our ways that we've been going off. Jay can be wicked.
Hey, and that ultimate cutoff is that chip, man.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get that chip, man, it's a wrap, man. Ain't no repent.
That's right.
You know, you're gonna get that full wrath of the Lord, man.
That's right. This is that grace period. That's why the Lord's saying get right now. Because if you don't,
It's like it. I was just gonna say the majority of the people that you see walking around are gonna take it.
Oh, yeah.
They're gonna take it. Majority of them that you see in the grocery store, you know, classmates that you graduated with, co-workers, family, they're gonna most of the majority of them people are gonna take it, man. Because they don't believe in anything above Esau.
Yeah, they worship the beast, bro.
That makes sense, because what's going to happen, Esau going to get them through the flesh.
That's right.
He's going to make it sound so good to the flesh, but the people ain't sawing nothing through the spirit. So he already got them right there. He's going to make it sound enticing through the flesh. You can't feed your kids. Your baby crying and shit, but damn, I got to feed my kid, bro. You got him through the lust of the flesh. That's what we're talking about.
And that lets you know that this truth has to be as real to you as the situation that we're going to be presented with.
That's right.
Which is a test of our faith, you know. A lot of the people claim that they believe, but in the face of adversity is when it's really going to be tested, including us.
Ecclesiastes chapter 11 is 24.
That's why I said that time of temptation is gonna come to try the whole world, man. All them, everybody, bro. Like the preacher on not says, man. You know.
that's gonna weed out the sheep from the goats. You know, Yahweh Shai is gonna set that up to weed out the ones that are trying to say they can take it, but when they get that pressure on them, pressure bust pipes. You're gonna have that's when the 2/3, like I say, the ones that's fighting now, they're really gonna go in and say, you know, I can't feed my kids. I can't just go to the grocery store and just grab something off the shelf unless I get something in me. That's gonna make them say, well, I'm a stomach growler. It's been, you know, here you go a day without eating, people all my blood sugar low. I got to do it.
Hey,
you know,
it say they that can sin unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach, man.
blood sugar low.
Yeah, you're gonna be a mocking, you're gonna be a laughing stock, man.
Right.
You're gonna be through, cause say you do consent unto him, you do take his chip. You live a couple more days, he's still gonna kill you off.
Exactly.
He's still the devil that the Bible speaks. So it's
That's
Sirach
right.
12, man. You know.
Really just had it.
Psalms chapter 2, verse 1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord Yahweh and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us.
Let's break them up. Let's go ahead and break their bands, all right? And when you break their bands, you see us at a weakened state, all right? And one of the ways they do it, they basically put this certain philosophy that you to make you feel good, make the flesh sound good. Stuff, you know what I'm saying? You got somebody rapping about taking another man's woman, doing this and that. While you in the club, sitting here, been drinking, and got a woman over here dancing with half no clothes on, got a man at home, but she had drunk too. Y'all finna start mingling and listening to this music. Next thing you know, she waking up in your bed. You know, that's wicked. That's not the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai.
And niggas are so wicked, they'll see the woman with the ring on their finger and still shoot their shot.
Are you happy?
It was a song. What's that? It was a song. Or something. It was one. I got a man. What your man got to do with me? I forgot his name, but that was the whole song about. It was about basically, I don't give a damn who you got at home. What about us? The black community, you know? Because once you go off, you basically are pulling away from your power when you sin or transgress, and it makes us at a weaker state. But when we're basically in tune with the Most High as a nation, oh, there's no stopping us. Look at the time of Joshua. You know, the walls of Jericho came tumbling down. You know?
Could the brother pull that Judith chapter 5 going in on that
Sure.
exact point. I believe it's 19.
Grab that. Is it real quick?
Yeah. It just shows, you know, us with Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and us without Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
Yeah, I know.
I continue on.
I mean,
Verse 4 in Psalm.
Now,
You got it.
chapter 5, verse.
Psalms chapter 2, verse 4. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai shall have them in derision. So yeah, the Most High sees the wicked advancing along their new world order and the plans that they have, man. And he has them in a trick bag, man. It says he's laughing because he knows what's next, man. Verse 5, then shall he speak unto them in his wrath and vex them in his sore displeasure. That's what's coming, man. Plague, punishment, and misery for the left-handed side, for the astrologers, for you witches, for you sorcerers, for everybody in tune with the so-called white man and in league. The hell is coming to you, man.
That's right.
Thus said Yahweh Bashim Yahushai.
That's right.
All right, this is Judith, chapter 5 and verse, let's see. You said 18, right?
18 and 19, one of the two.
All right,
Like
it says,
that.
verse 18, it says, but when they departed from the way which he appointed them, start up, bro.
Yeah.
It says, when did I start at? I started 18, yeah. All right, verse 18, it says, but when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles very sore, and were led captive into their land that was not theirs, and the temple of their power was cast to the ground, and their city were taken by the enemy. But now are they returned unto their God, and are come up from the places where they were scattered, and have possessed Jerusalem, where their sanctuary is, and are seated in the hill country, for it was desolate. Now therefore, verse 20, now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error in this people, and they sin against their God, let us consider that this shall be their ruin. And let us go up, and we shall overcome them.
So whenever Israel goes off, you know, all these other nations see us as a prey.
Right.
All right? Because we don't have our power to defend us, you know. But continue reading that.
Verse 21, it says, but if there be no iniquity in their nation,
If there's no iniquity in their nation, so that means that they're at one with their power. Continue.
let my Lord not pass by, lest their Lord defend them, and their God be for them, and we become a reproach before all the world.
So whenever Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is on our side, you know, we will always have victory over our enemies.
That's right.
You know, that's why whenever we went off in Ezekiel, you know, we just continued to fall, and we continued to fall until this generation now. You know, whenever Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is gonna put us back on top.
That's right.
You know, but we had to fall in order for all this to happen.
That's right. Hey, we fell. That's good. That's a good point. Beautiful. Hey, and we have fell to a lower state, but the Lord is risen us back up. You know, and we're constantly rising. All right, we were those dry bones, as it says in Ezekiel 37, and now
right.
what? We're coming up, and we're becoming flesh.
That's right.
This is becoming flesh right here. You know, this is the like I say, with 2 or 3
Gathered in my name,
mhm.
I am in the midst of it.
That's right. He's in the midst of. So we have to have that faith that the Lord is in the midst of us right now, because we're trying to get back to that not from that, trying to get up from that trodden state and getting back up into being a powerful nation. And like I said, it's no way to get to that point until we have divine intervention.
That's right.
All right. That's when they say Yahushua is going to crack those clouds open with the chariots.
Hey, we're raising up now, like you said, bro. Because look what all Esau did, man. He beat our heritage out of us.
Right.
He spent trillions and trillions of dollars in his educational system, man, to you know, to keep the truth hidden, man. You know, but yet and still, bro, the spirit, we know who we are now. That shows you that Esau ain't got no power, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's all in the Most High, bro. You know.
Yeah, real quick. Yo, we're being groomed to be kings, leaders, rulers, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why it says in the inheritance of Yahushua in Psalm the 2nd chapter, what it said, now hear, O ye, or now be instructed, O ye kings of the earth, man. You know what I'm saying? That's talking about us, man. That's in this snow, man. That's in this gospel, man. That's preaching this word, man. That's living, thus saith the Lord, man. We're being groomed to be rulers, man. The coming rulers.
Yeah. That's right.
Priest up for that priest Benaiah. Psalms 50 and 21. These things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself, but I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes.
Nigga, Esau been with it so long, bro. He thought the Most High was with him. You know. Ultimately, he got pride and thought it was out of his own power, man. That's why the scripture saying, Obadiah, the pride of your heart has deceived you.
Right.
You know.
Left with the rocks. Hey, and the dude is the vagabond. He goes wherever he goes. He basically is not welcome, but he basically, like I say, cons his way in, and he becomes what? He becomes a partner, and next thing you know, you look up, and he found some way to overtake you.
This that nigga's true heritage state, man. Niggas crawling off in the cliffs of the rock, man, the mountains, Petra, living like a beast, incest, unwashed, filthy, man.
Yeah.
Job 33 goes into it, man. 30, the water. You know? Calls them children of fools, foul, base men, man. The scum of the earth, the lords of all 18 nations, man, in the Holy Bible.
Got some room.
It's Revelation 12 and 11. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto death.
That's us. Loving our lives unto death, right? Like I said, we could be out here, you know, doing our thing on Fridays and on Tuesdays, and, you know, but no, you know, we doing our thing right here.
That's right.
You know, we love our lives unto death. One thing is, because this life, you know what I'm saying, what the Yahweh Shah say, you know, if you love this world, the love of the Father is not in you.
Right.
So, you know.
Yeah. Like Marvin Gaye said, no, this ain't living. Yeah, no, this ain't living, man.
Hey.
What life is this, man? You know? Your woman ruling over you. You know what I'm saying? Women having power, bro.
Right.
You got to get up and go work for this nigga every fucking morning. You spend more time at the job than you do your own damn house that you paying $1,200 to $1,300 for, man. You know? Then after you working 1 and 2 weeks, this nigga taxing you, taking half your goddamn $300, $400, $500 out your shit, man. Now, don't be on child support. You really through. You know? This ain't living, man.
Hey, and like you said, he make it where he raise the prices on so much and everything. Where when you think you making so much money, I'm making $50,000, $60,000, $100,000 a year, but yet you still kind of living check for check. You know, a lot of these people, when you think they make $80,000, $100,000 a year, you know, if they ain't manage their money or they living correctly, they lose their job 2 or 3 months. You know, tops, they through, if that long, you know? So he basically had put an okie doke on it. That is another snare.
$100,000 a year is a new $50,000 a year.
Yeah.
Man, that's right.
Real for real.
That's right. Because, hey, you got to think of that damn inflation. Shit, man. Next year, it's going to be $30,000 a year.
But they say the cost of goods is gonna be so high starting in 2022. You know what I'm saying? This shit, it's done. It's done, man. This place is finished. The Lord has laid the snare. It's no coming back, bro.
That's right.
From
No coming
October
back.
to the end of this year, they said by the end of this year, that said in October, the price is going to be up like 30%.
Yeah.
You know, on food and
So-
different things. You got to think how much that is. That is almost half. Okay, so you got something that's $30 or you got something $50, you finna spend shit 75, 80, you know.
They say that $100 is like $130 now.
Yeah.
You know, so that's equal to $100 back in 2005.
Actually, 2010, 2011.
Oh.
I recently looked up the inflation rate. $125 is the new $100 from 2011, so 10 years ago.
It's a damn thing, bro.
Hey, and then when you look into Venezuela, hey, they over there building, making, you know, they using the money for pretty much for you know, to make decorations and shit, cause it's useless. The cash, you can't go to the go buy food with the cash, man. So it's pretty much, it say richest profit not in the day of the Lord's
That's
wrath.
right.
And that's why crypto is continuing to boom too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you'd be able to transfer wealth seamlessly across borders. Because really, when you think of currency, it only works within the community that accepts it.
That's right.
But if you're talking about crypto, okay, now we're talking. You know, then it's decentralized.
You see how Esau doing where he basically putting out these articles where so-and-so been elected or so-and-so got a new job and they're going to accept their money in Bitcoin, things like that. So he's basically preparing your mind for this transition. you know, from to a cashless society, you know, and that's gonna be a part of the new world order. It's gonna be all one economic circle.
And the way he's gonna do it is he's gonna collapse it like that, because he's gonna make the people panic, run to the banks. Everybody's gonna be running around. What do I do? Let me get my money. Let me go here. It's gonna be a free fall, man. Order ab chaos. Then what's he gonna do? Oh, it's chaos. Now send in the troops.
Right.
Lock it down. Martial law. Force the chip. This is how this devil gets down. Look up a term called Hegelian dialectic, man.
Right.
Create a problem, offer a solution, man. He's done it throughout history, man.
He's doing this with this this juice, you know. He's saying, man, this is terrible. Everybody does. You got to think, when this first happened, you have a car wreck, you're gonna probably be put down as you died of that C1129. You know, so he basically has built up the fear factor and said, well, here go that solution. Everybody got to get this. And then he was like, well, you know why we ain't slowing down? Why this virus not slowing down? Because these people not receiving that juice.
At the same time, he's telling you the ones who are taking it are dying. It's witchcraft mockery, man. Cause this nigga is sick,
This
man.
devil, you got to think, out of all these stations that you watch in this news, you got to think, it's like 4 to 6 companies that own all of them.
Yep.
So Esau controlled the narrative throughout wherever he wanted to bring out. You know, all these a lot of these people receiving this juice are dying as well. But what are they doing? They're not posting it on the media.
Nope.
You know, they say you go research that to find that out.
That's right.
But we're gonna show you who don't got it that's been passing, who been dying. This is the Esau. This is what Esau do. Okay. The wiles of a devil, he will really surprise you when you see this shit. Chris Rock said, you know, when he tell you something, you believe it you want, but soon you turn your back, he'll stab you. Why you turn your back? He's like, you should know. I knew who you were, but yet I'm gonna turn my back on you for you to stab me.
Psalms chapter 73, verse 8 and 9, they are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. They set their mouth against the heavens. A great blasphemies, man. Look at, the Lord said he got the herbs. Well, hey, you got to take my potion, man. And it's mandatory, man. You know?
Hey, what the Elder Bond just showed, where that banner that was on the church. Now we know the Lord's name is not Jesus, you know, it's Yahweh Shai, but still, that would be like blasphemy, talking about he's not gonna save you from this C19. Nothing can save you but this jab. That's what's gonna save you. You know, that's Esau. He's basically, that's the order of chaos. We got an answer for you. Even the Lord don't have answers for you, but we got an answer for you. He's basically trying to be like the Most High.
It says, and their tongue walketh through the earth. Yeah, man, Esau's tongue walking through the earth, man.
Their media is one of the main things. Their media really helps. That's how they expand their tongue, you know. But we, like I say, the Lord has brought forth the internet for us to help expand his tongue, okay? Because we are the voice, the prophets here are the voices of what? Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Yes.
Yeah, this is Revelations 13 and 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And that's what, like the brother's going into, that's what you're seeing now. When you're seeing that image being, you're seeing Esau breathing image into the breathing life into the image of the beast, man. Right. Through these policies, like the priest Kabas was going saying, man. Through these different laws that he's passing, man. And he's using this pandemic right now to further that agenda, man, to push it. Because ultimately, what he really wants to do, like the priests are going into, is push this MOTB, man, this mark, man. Okay, because once he does this, man, okay, yeah, you know, that's gonna be the fulfillment of his whole goal, man. Okay, he gonna be able to control you. He can control your money, you know. They show you shit like that in that movie called with Justin Timberlake called Time. What is it, Time or some shit like that? Yeah. You know. When they get paid by fucking time and shit, man. Esau wants control. He puts it in his movies, man. Yeah. In Time, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, you know.
He could have the power of life and death with this shit.
Right.
With the cyanide that's off in there.
And like you say, giving that life, and how you gonna get that life? That fear factor. He's gonna make everybody scared and say, okay, this is what you gotta believe in. Okay? And that's that giving that power to the image of the beast. He's really saying this is gonna save you. So what are you getting when you start believing that this is gonna save you? That's giving that power. That image is like you say, through his philosophies, his ways, okay? He Daniel even spoke about it in what is that, Daniel 8? Like say through his policies that the priest just mentioned. Yeah, so that was even speaking about in the Old Testament. He's trying to allow his craft to prosper through his spirit, that order of Abkeo, and he's trying to bring forth you to believe and have faith, not in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, but have faith in him. He want to be like the Most High. And that's going to be the end all be all is that chip.
MOTB.
When you read Revelation 13, you can see the God complex Esau has, man. He was starting from the top on down, and he wanted everybody to worship him. He was doing these miracles. He trying to be like the Most High. It's that God complex. That's
right.
Okay, going all the way down to putting that chip in you, man. You know. But verse 16 it says, he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that have the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. You see? Now I want to get this commentary in David Gusick. Okay? This is Revelation 13, verse 16. It says, he calls it all to receive a mark. It says, under the government of the beast and his associates, all will be given a mark. Without the mark, one will not be able to participate in the economy. No man may buy or sell except one who has the mark of his name. Since the ancient Greek word for mark is charagma, isn't generally applied to people, some have taken it as a symbolical mark. But a literal mark needed to buy or sell is certainly conceivable and practical. You see, even these some of these damn Edomites know. You know what I'm saying? But you got niggas out there that saying that it ain't. You know, the chip ain't the MOTB, man. You know, it says the technology to give people a mark to enable them to buy and sell in the electric economy is available. And what is Esau doing? He wants to collapse the economy and push forward this electrical economy, like the priest I know was talking about, that crypto. Okay, it says there are many different ways it could happen, and such programs are proposed and tested constantly. Bro, tested constantly, man, with this crypto. That's all. This is a test. Esau is seeing how he's going to push forward that agenda at the end of the day, man. You know,
like you say, when he dropped it, when he collapsed the economy, he's gonna bring forth a solution. Because one thing about dumbass Americans, we don't know how to barter, we don't know how to trade and things like that. So if the economy goes down, they won't know what to do. They won't know how to basically buy, sell, trade goods without Esau's system. So what they're gonna look for, Esau give us another way of living. They went from the tally up when they had the stick and they used to do the tally.
Yeah.
Then what they brought forth what? They brought forth cash. Then from now they're gonna bring and delete the cash and bring forth what? They're gonna bring forth digital currency. So this is something that we have seen before, but now it's just gonna be on a major scale. Okay, it's gonna be on the whole world is gonna receive this type of philosophy, saying if you don't do this, if you don't go our way, then death and destruction is coming to you by the hands of Esau Edom. That's why we need that divine intervention.
that's gonna be total control, man. Right now, Jake can make some money under the table, tax free. You know what I'm saying? With that, Esau gonna have control. Yeah, exactly, bro. You know.
I know get one more, then brother come in to speak. Speak up.
I guess I'll read this last verse. Verse 18, it says, here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast. For it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
Yeah. And who's going to understand that is, like you say, the men of the Lord. Now, you have, like you say, the 2/3, they do say, okay, some of them say, oh, that's the MOTB, but they don't got their full understanding, okay, because they don't have the full wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahushua to show them that and give them that way. You know, like Philip said, the eunuch, how would you, the eunuch told Philip, how would I know how to read this unless I had someone to teach me? You know, so the nation of Israel, the 2/3, a lot of them had that pride where they don't want to hear what we're saying. They want to, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to say how, teach me the way. They gonna be like, I already know the way. I read the Bible myself.
Man, that's why John said, here is wisdom, man. You gotta understand, each number represents, it has a meaning, man.
That's right.
When you look it up in the Greek, though, that has a meaning, bro. You know, it's more than just 666. It's deeper than that, man. All right, Charles I sticking like the priest said, man. Exit out of the Messiah, setting up his set up his medical field, and then that stigma stick in your ass, man. You know, with it putting that chip in your ass, man. You know.
The Lord is, and the Lord has gave his men to get that understanding, okay? Especially GMS, who have the 100% truth.
That's right.
Because we're bringing it out, and I mean, how can you get around that, okay? How can you get around that? And there's no way around it, because that's what he's doing. Now he's doing what? He's sticking you, and soon there's going to be something in there that you're going to receive that he's going to say, okay, if you take this, now you can buy and sell. That's why they got these refrigerators that's in a lock where you can see the stuff, and you got to basically scan to open up to get something out, even a damn drink.
That's right.
Hey, they putting fucking nanobots in your ass, man.
Right.
I mean, they even telling you that this juice is changing your DNA. You know, I like, bro.
But that's a good thing.
Yeah,
You should be happy with changing your DNA. Like
that article, yeah, you know.
That's right. Brother got an article.
It's an article from logically.ai. It says Sweden is rolling out the juice passport by inserting a microchip into people's hands. This is from November 29th, 2021. Citizens are voluntarily using microchip implants for daily activities. Sweden has no official directive for a microchip juice passport. Pretty much is going to how these people, these Swedes, these Edomites over there in Sweden, in the UK, are taking the chip. And that's the next thing Esau's about push. Hey, well, see, the chip can hold all your records. Hey, it's a one-stop shop. Go ahead and take this, man.
That's right.
You see, all the benefits it has. It's mandatory. It's what's best for the good of the public, man. For health society, for the U.S. Society of Health. Hey, this is what's best. Mandatory chip, and that's what's coming next.
Never lose your wallet again. Never lose your child again.
I use your key.
You know.
That's what they started. They started marketing it with the dogs. Never lose your pet.
Right. And if I can say,
But it doesn't track you.
you got to think, in where Sweden, the Norwegians and all that, that's a lot of Edomites. And that's where a lot of wickedness reside at. Because when you think about it, that's where, like you said, that article just came out, and a lot of those, when you do research, a lot of these Swiss, I don't know what you call them, people in Switzerland, the Swedes, they receiving this. You know, they already receiving this, and then that's where the hydrogen collider is at.
Yeah.
You know, where they're trying to find the guard particle.
Yeah,
all
CERN.
this is basically, CERN. All of this is in Sweden. You know, and I'm telling you something, in Waxahachie, they had a small hydrogen collider. Waxahachie, Texas. So you got to think, Esau, he do stuff so much. It's like an underground trucking, where a lot of trucks is underground in Waxahachie. You'll never know that. Little small country town. Esau, he does things right under your noses. You'll be living in a city, you got another city right below it.
This is Isaiah 29:15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from Yahweh.
Ain't that Esau? What he's trying to do. He's trying to do things under. One thing he's trying to do before the Lord comes back, because he's trying to prevent prophecy. So he's trying to do things, and what it's called Illuminati. You know, they do everything in secret. Come on, let's go into that.
Right. It says, woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us, and who knoweth us? Thinking that, you know, like for example, CERN, like you said, they're thinking that they're going to be able to hide their works from the Lord just because they out of the sight of the public eye. You know?
Hey, and when you look at these people, when you think about rich men, you think about BG and Elon Musk, you know, and old Bill, but these are the men that really are ruling the world. These are the ones that's working in the dark.
That's right.
All right? You don't see their faces.
Trillionaires.
You know, trillionaires. Okay?
Hey, the priest I not just posted the quote of David Rockefeller in the chat. What the nigga say? We're on the verge of a new world order. We pretty much need the right crisis, and we gonna bring it in. Order after hell, man. From David Rockefeller's mouth itself, man.
And that was in what, 1994? You know?
Yep.
Sure, if you go, even if you go back, you had a Freemason by the name of Albert Pike. You know, doing a little bit after the time of George Washington. You know, he went into, you know, basically they're playing their agenda. It's basically still being performed today.
That's right.
You know, they wanted to cause a war you know, against Islamic nations and everything, and try to cause all-out war, and they's gonna basically be like the phoenix and rise up from the ashes. You know, so this is something that's been planned for years and years and years. You know, you got to think this is the people that's been working in the dark all this time to do what? Bring forth the nation of Israel demise. You know, so they can come out and be on top and say, okay, there's no God but us. You know, but yet he's gonna be trodden down. Okay, he's gonna be brought down like his own dung.
That's right.
Psalms 94:1. O Lord Yahweh, to whom vengeance belongeth, O my power, to whom vengeance belongeth, show thyself. Lift up thyself, and thou judge of the earth, render a reward to the proud. And the Lord is going to really truly show himself when these prophecies really start popping off. We get the World War III sign real quick, you know, because what does the scripture say about the valley of Yahweh Shaphat? Well, actually, even if we get Joel the 2nd chapter, you know, talking about the missiles, but Joel the 3rd chapter talks about, you know, Armageddon, man. You know, right. Which that's a relevant word to this day for a reason, man. Though it has yet to happen. Continuing on, it says in verse 3, Lord Yahweh, how long shall the wicked triumph? How long shall they utter and speak hard things, and all the workers of iniquity boast themselves? Because that's exactly what Esau is doing right now, boasting himself in all of the accomplishments, quote unquote, that he's been able to do, you know, within the little season that the Lord has given him since the Renaissance period, man. Mm-hmm. You know, which it's you know, it ain't nothing to wink at. You know what I'm saying? He's created something, but it's in wickedness, so it's ultimately vanity.
You know, he created the Smith. You know, the Smith. He's created all these bombs. He done made so many nuclear bombs that it could blow, basically destroy everything on the earth, time and time again. You don't take, but like I watched a documentary. Take like what, 3 atomic bombs, to basically destroy the whole earth. Because once you, like you say, that fallout, and then after that you're gonna have a nuclear winter. This is will basically destroy all life. You know, if not, probably 90-some% of life. Yeah. That cloud.
Look at this. Nigga, whole skin smoked off his body. Like, oh,
that's what's gonna happen to these people, man.
Yeah, and then what is that? Japan, you still have an effect from Japan to this day of what America did to them. And and this is something that they have basically perfected a little more from back since 1940s, 1940 something, for when World War II hit. You know, when America dropped that bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. You know, this is something that they're still feeling the effects on. You got to think the stuff, and even he basically created these different type of nuclear plants. Because you got to think, when bombs hit, these nuclear plants going to be cracked, and nuclear waste is going to be spilled throughout the ocean and things like that. That's going to start wormwood. You know, that's going to start where you probably won't be able to drink anything here in Babylon the Great.
It's Isaiah chapter 33, verse 10. It says, now will I rise, saith Yahweh, because we talked about earlier when the Lord showed himself, right? So this was going to happen. It says, now will I rise, saith Yahweh, now will I be exalted, now will I lift up myself. Verse 11, ye shall conceive chaff, ye shall bring forth stubble, your breath as fire shall devour you, and the people shall be as the burnings of lime, as thorns cut up shall they be burned in the fire. So they're going to be burnt up like a kibosh. If you can show that picture again, right here, this ain't no shadow, man. It's a charred body, man.
Charred body.
Okay? And that's exactly what's going to happen, man. You people are going to be as if you were chaff, which chaff is basically the flakes off of the wheat,
right?
You know, the
kinda
part that's useless, man.
It's like
you know, like straw, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that would on Avengers. That was when that snap that Thanos did, they start, you know,
disintegrate.
yeah,
man.
disintegrate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except there's gonna be no just some hard, Spider-Man talking to Iron Man. What do you say, Mr. Stark? I feel funny. Nah, they ain't gonna know I feel funny while your face erasing. Nah, it's gonna be some damn flesh layer after layer. Like Shrek said, what? Ogres have layers. Layer after layer, starting with your skin tissue, and then your muscle tissue, and then your nervous system. But you're gonna feel all of it.
That's right.
All that shit's gonna get burnt up, man. And it's not easy for your body. Ain't just a damn tumbleweed, man, with no water in it, man. Your body is majority water.
Right.
So to burn a living body, that's a lot of heat and a lot of burning, man. It's not gonna be slow. I mean, it's not gonna be fast. Yeah, it's gonna be slow, man. That was it. I appreciate it.
I got one. To back up what the priest I was going into, how he was describing nuclear destruction. This is Zechariah chapter 14 and verse 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. And that Jerusalem is a people before it's a place, like we always say. All right, and that Jerusalem is not talking about 2/3 of our people. It's talking about 1/3 of our people. Because as we know, as it's written in the scriptures, 2/3 of our people is going to die on this side, man.
Right.
Because they like to walk up and down these streets or play on the comment boards and don't want to adhere to this word, man.
Just like I said, we're going to laugh at Esau and the other heathen nation calamities and things like that. It's going to include the 2/3 of Israel as well.
Yep.
Because they didn't want to basically abide by the Ba'ashem Yahushua. They want to basically go by the ways of the world, and you go by the ways of the world, it's basically it's going to be death. That's going to happen to you.
Right. And with all the things that Esau's done on the planet Earth, man, it says that judgment shall begin at the house of the Most High, man.
Right.
The Lord has beef with his people first before he has beef with the basis of man.
Yeah.
You take that into remembrance, man.
Just like Isaiah 40 and 15, he said the other nations basically not nothing.
Yep.
Also in 2 Ezra 6 and 56. So he really don't give a damn about these other nations, but when you go out, it's just like your own child. You see somebody doing some crazy shit, excuse my language, doing some crazy stuff, you're gonna be like, look at that kid over there. You ain't be like, you shit your tail. You see your child doing it's gonna be a different story.
Yep.
That's gonna bring fuel to your fire. Okay, you may come whoop your child ass and then may end up tagging the other one because you like, just for you doing it, you might have been the influence. And that's what Esau, he's basically been the influence of wickedness that our people are basically influenced by.
Exactly. Middle of verse 12 in Zechariah the 14th chapter. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet. And their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth, man. So like the priest and I was, going into detail by detail, look, hey, as the Lord said, man, you standing upon your feet and you watching your tongue, man, feeling your eyes and all that burn out of your flesh, man.
Right.
While you just standing up. Come on now.
Hey, getting burned is the most painful sensation that we can experience for a specific reason, man. Think about all the types of pain. You fall and you scrape your knee, that's gonna hurt, yeah. But getting burned, even healing from a burn, people get burned, first degree burns, second degree burns, they don't even heal. Not to mention third degree, they don't even heal back properly, man.
Right.
Your hair don't grow back and shit, So that's gonna be you're gonna be dismantled, man.
Right.
That's a chemical process. Getting shot is a physical change. You learn that in chemistry. Basically chemical reactions and non-chemical reactions.
Right.
When you involve pretty much anything with fire, it changes the chemical compound of whatever you're burning.
That's right.
So you're going to be turned into something else, and you're going to feel that shit. Yep. People that that don't fear the Lord, man.
That's right.
God. This is 2 Peter chapter 3, and I'll start at verse 7. 2 Peter chapter 3 and 7. It says, "But the heavens and the earth, which are now, by the same word, kept in store, reserved unto unto fire.
Now, right here, this is being reserved for what?
Kept in store and reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition, which we went into, well, I don't know if we got the word perdition, but it means destruction, right? Of ungodly men. Verse 8, it says, but beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as a day, as one day.
It's been about, it's been a little bit over 2 days since Yahweh Shai been on the scene, you know? It ain't been that long, you know, and you know, when you say in the time in heaven, you know, with the Lord's time, and like I said, this place right here is being reserved, okay? It was reserved the first time for what? That first death. You were a good point that you said fire, that's one of the worst deaths you could have. What's another one of the worst deaths? Drowning. So he already gave you one of these terrible deaths. So what is the next death coming? Church said it won't be water but fire next time. This is what's coming, but when you say that, you don't really think about it. You're just thinking like regular fire. This fire is gonna burn 10,000 times more than a regular fire that we create ourselves with a lighter or something like that.
This is that hell that the Christian church contorted to say that it's a spiritual realm that where you burn forever, man.
That's right.
This is the real hell that you're going to experience in this life before you die. It's going to kill you before you go to the spirit world, which is paradise.
It seems like you probably burn it forever, you know.
Man, continuing on, it's 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 9. The Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness, but is long suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish. Imagine an example of the Lord's long suffering is the fact that everybody that's out here right now is out here, man. Because if the Lord came in the year 2000, we'd be out of there, man. You know, or if he came in the year 2010, you know what I'm saying? A majority of us would be out of there, man. You know? So the fact that he winked at our transgressions up until the point that we're at now, you know, us being in the faith, that's mercy and grace from the Lord, man.
Lord died for, you know, I think that, I mean, he died for the elect.
Right, the elect, that's pertaining to the elect. Everybody else is through.
Yep. And when he went up to the heaven, his job was done here, but he's still working up there in heaven because he's on the right-hand side pleading our case. You know, he's pleading our case to the Most High.
Most High, yep.
You
So
know?
we don't get judged like these 2/3, you know, get judged, man. Because the stuff that we did in the world, you know, that's still a transgression, still happened. You know, but the fact of the matter is, you know, the Lord, you know, the scriptures say no torment going to touch them, man. The elect, you know, because we're covered by that blood. Yes, a little bit. In the middle of verse 9, 2 Peter 3 and 9, but is long suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance.
Not willing.
You see that? So the elect got to repent first. Because think about the time that this was written. You know, not all the elect, 144,000 wasn't sealed, man. You know? Yeah, exactly. You know? So that's that all. Not talking about the whole world in his hands. You know, talking about the elect, man.
Not the elect.
You know? Verse 10, it says, but the day of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, here's the point. The day of Yahweh Shem Yahushai will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
Great noise. That what we just showed that get that the pictures of the bombs going off and the mushroom clouds. That's gonna bring forth a great noise.
Yep.
Okay. You're gonna have the earth that's gonna shake to and fro like a drunkard. It's gonna start with that.
Right.
All right. And no missile will miss when it's shot here on Babylon the Great.
That's right.
You know.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, man, this picture right here, this is fresh on your Yahweh Shem Yahushai's mind, man. Cause like the priest is just going into about how our Lord ascended up, you know, into heaven, you know, when it was time for him to go up. And like the priest read about the time frame, how it is on earth and how it is in heaven. Hey, when the Lord went up, best believe him
just taking the death was still fresh upon his mind, man. And then with him translating and going up into a different realm, and that only being technically 2 days in the spiritual world, that's still fresh upon his mind. So you being a carnal person in the world, you'll think, man, why would the Lord still be mad about something that happened 3,000 years ago? That was 3,000 years ago. He doesn't care. Well, like the scriptures say, the time frame is different, man.
Right.
It's only been 2 to 3 days up in the heavens for Yahushua, man. Right. So as it says in Isaiah the 63rd chapter, man, his fury, it upheld him, man. So he's on his throne. Of course, we know the Lord is in full control of his emotions, man. But the destruction of Babylon the Great and putting the heathen in subjection, that's fresh upon Yahweh Shem Yahushua's mind, man.
That's right. That's right.
You know?
I got a verse to back you up, bro.
You got it.
This is Matthew chapter 24 in verse 34. Matthew 24 and 34 says, "Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled."
Right.
Right? Now catch this next verse though. It says, "Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away." So that showed.
No, flock. And it said, look, the Lord said, this generation shall not pass away. Now, didn't 70 AD happen not too long after, the Lord went up?
Well, they eventually died, even if they didn't die in 70 AD.
Yep. Right. Yep. And the Lord said, "What? Hey, don't weep for me. We for your children, man." And the Lord, what them niggas say to the Lord when he was up there with Barabbas? Right. Let his blood be upon us and our children, man. Right. So that generation he's talking about, of course they died then, but that same generation is back now, man. All right.
Yep. And if I may elaborate on that, that shows you that the Lord's mindset, Yahushua's mindset, was focused on the end.
Yep. That's right. Yep.
Okay, because like the brother broke down, the same spirits that were alive during the time of Yahushua are going to be alive in the end times, man, which we're in those times. And then it says, "Heaven and earth shall pass away," which we just read 2 Peter 3, right? Which is what? When the scriptures say heaven and earth shall pass away, what is that going into? Any brother know on the other side? Not the shop?
Esau's the end of the world, Jacob is the beginning.
Yes. Yes. Pretty much it. The little specifically, a little bit more specifically though, what event is that going into?
Nuclear destruction.
Exactly. Exactly. Because you can think about it in this way. When the flood happened, right? When the flood happened, it was essentially a new heaven and a new earth. There were no humans, no animals, no land animals. Think about that. It was refreshed. And so this is going to be, of course, with fire now. The whole earth ain't going to get hit with thermonuclear missiles, but it is going to be a global reset, right? And so that's the mindset that Yahushua had. Like, look, I'm thinking when I return, I ain't thinking about how many days is going to pass until then. So to the point where it might as well have been 2-3 days in the future. Right. That was the point.
And if I can add too, when you read in Ecclesiastes, the first chapter, verse 4, that clearly tells you, because it says the earth abideth forever, man. Right. So the Lord is not going to destroy His creation. Yeah. That's not what it's meant for, man. It's meant to flourish in righteousness, man. But right now the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. So of course everything is wicked. Everything has to be refreshed. That's it. Just new management is called for. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So all of these that think that asteroids or the earth is going to go into the sun, or that's all BS and nonsense, man. The Lord is going to destroy within the earth that He created. He ain't going to destroy the earth.
Yep. I appreciate that, Bob. It's Revelation 21:1. It says, "And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. Mm-hmm. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away."
That's now, man. Right. This current system, society, kingdom set up under the wicked rule of these devils that's ruling right now.
Hey, and a Christian can't even break that down.
They can't.
A new heaven, new earth. They're preaching, but they don't know what. Break it down.
They ain't gonna go into it.
Right. What is New Jerusalem?
Just see it.
Nothing we can believe.
The whole
They break it down in the next few verses.
Coming down. It says finish verse 1, "And there was no more sea, and I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from the Most High out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband." Good luck getting a pork chop pastor to break that down. That's why y'all ain't got nobody in y'all churches, man, because the truth is coming out, man.
That's right. That's right. And that's going into the elect, man, after the destruction being back down into the earth, man.
Coming down from them chariots, man.
Right.
Which they don't preach that. Christianity don't teach that the elect are gonna get beamed up by the so-called UFOs.
Right.
While America gets destroyed by missiles, man, and then brought back down to the earth, in Jerusalem. I mean, in the area of Israel, man.
Yeah. We'll be up there, receiving crowns, drinking wine with Yahweh Shai while the missiles and destruction is happening upon earth.
That's right.
Come.
Yeah.
You bring that one out and then we have
It's quick. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 36, and we'll start at verse 15. It says, give testimony unto those that thou hast possessed from the beginning. It says, and raise up prophets that have been in thy name. It says, reward them that wait for thee, and let thy prophets be found faithful. It says, O Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, hear the prayer of thy servant according to the blessing of Aaron over thy people, that all they which dwell upon the earth may know that thou art the power that the eternal power. So like I don't know why my eyes went. But just going into how Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is only giving this over unto the nation of Israel for one, but for two, those same prophets that they are praying for it to be sealed will be in the kingdom or in that period of time whenever hell freezes over here, the hell freezes over here, they're gonna be with Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, in righteousness, being happy for no mercy being held upon Eve, as it says in that Psalm chapter 109 verse 6. All right, all this has to come about. All this has to be.
It's Revelation chapter 2 and verse 11. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. He that overcometh shall not be hurt of the second death.
Hey, that's straight to the point. The second death we just went into, the first death was that water, second death was by fire. And the elect, the 144,000, through the Spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, will be beamed up and delivered from that second death. Right. Like you say, it's going to have these buildings is going to melt with fervent heat. Like I say, Babylon, the Babylon here, aka Babylon the Great, the mystery daughter of Babylon, is going to be destroyed. It's just going to be a smoldering smoke and fire when the Lord is done with this place.
Right.
And what's that overcoming? Enduring the hour of temptation.
Right.
Overcoming that, like Yahweh Shai did.
Yep.
And we're actually in the hour of temptation now. It's going to ramp up. Because look at this now. Now we getting tempted right now to receive. They trying to get people to receive the juice. And it's only going to get worse when it get more. This is a warm up for the MOTB.
Right.
So that temptation is coming. So how are we going to get out of that? Through divine intervention, through faith, wisdom, understanding. Okay, Isaiah 33 and 6. Wisdom and knowledge to be the stability of our time and the strength of our salvation.
And in the fear of the Lord, like the elder brought up.
That's right, in the fear of the Lord. So with that, I'd like to give all praise, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Double honor to the apostles of the great millstone. Peace and blessings to Akim, pushing his word and truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Hey, shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.